person, a leader, an individual must have confidence, what we call self-confidence. Why is confidence so important in ethical, moral leadership? Because if you look carefully, you'll find that many of the things that we do or people do have to do with trying to build a self-image. You find the people who engage in corruption. What is the driving force? They want to make money easily, quickly. Why do they want to make money easily, quickly? They want to live a good life. They want to live in the right place. They want to have the nice house. They want to have a nice car. They want so that people can say, wow, you are really moving ahead. In our Christian context, we say you are really blessed. So that is what they gain as satisfaction. When you see me with a brand new car that is very expensive, and you just say, wow, that is excellent. That is the satisfaction. So because we want these good things, and because we know that our resources cannot buy for us these things, that's why we take shortcuts. That's why we steal money from our companies. That's why we steal money from government. That's why we engage in corruptions. So when people want to make money, it tells you that their self-worth is within what they own. Their self-worth is built around what they own or what they look like or how people see them. But when a person is self-confident, then it does not matter what people think about them. If you will find that people who are truly successful in the right way, you will meet them on the street you would not even know. They could be walking around in a t-shirt. They could be going around in simple jeans. And when you are told who that person is, you will say, wow, I wouldn't expect such a person to be dressed that way. Because for them, their self-worth is not bound by the things or in the things that they have, the property they own, or the clothes they wear, or the car they drive, or where the children go to school. Their self-worth is in themselves. And for us Christians, our self-worth is in God. So confidence is so important for fighting off any kinds of evil behavior or conduct. Number two is competence. Competence, when a person is not competent in their field, that's why they will take shortcuts. When you get into a field where you are not good at, then you end up taking shortcuts, doing things in ways that are not the right way, because you want to do to deliver this product, deliver this service, but you just do not have the competence to deliver it. So you give us substandard goods, you give us substandard products. Competence, but when you are competent in your field, then you deliver quality. And that in itself is an act of integrity. Number three is courage. Courage is critical for ethical leadership. Why is courage important? Because as a leader, you will be faced with or by circumstances that require you or demand of you to compromise your values, to do things that you know are wrong. What is going to help you to say no to that kind of a situation is courage. Sometimes it is your senior who is asking you to do something, and you know this is wrong, this is against company policy, this is against the laws of God, this is against the laws of the land. And so how then do you tell your senior that I'm not going to do this? It requires courage. It requires wisdom. And so courage will help you in remaining ethical. That's why Joseph could stand before this woman who was her boss and say, I cannot do such a thing. That's why Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego could stand before the king and say, O king, this we are not going to do. Even if you throw us in the fire, we are ready to burn, but we are not going to bow. Courage, very important for ethical living and leadership. The last one I share with us is consistency. Integrity, ethical living and leadership is not an event that I am just ethical today. You must be consistently moral. You must be consistently ethical. You must practice integrity in a consistent manner so that whichever place you find yourself, whether it is in a small thing or a big thing, you are consistent. You stand for your values. You are principled in the way you do things. I compare it with muscles, for those of us who are men. If you want to grow your muscles, you do not go to the gym once and then suddenly you have biceps and triceps. You keep going, you keep at it, and they grow ever so slowly, frustratingly so. And therefore, if you are going to be an ethical leader, you must be consistent, and it starts with small things. Those of us who are working in offices, are you carrying home the office stationery? If you cannot be faithful with office stationery, how can you be faithful with 10 million? You cannot suddenly be faithful, because if you are faithful in little, you say no to taking a pen of the office home. You say no to carrying papers home or envelopes. You say no to this. Then that will grow into other bigger things, computers and things and monies and so on that are entrusted to you. You use them ethically. And as you do this ever so slowly, you overcome the challenge that we talked about earlier, about the tug of war within you that keeps forcing you or requiring you or demanding of you to compromise your life.